NOLA Gent here in Jackson, Mississippi at Crechales Café. Let's go check it out.
Welcome to NOLA Gent. Let the good times roll. In this episode of our Jackson, Mississippi Restaurant Review Guide, we're on a travel search for best seafood and steak options in Mississippi, visiting Crechales Café for their last hurrah, as they are closing the restaurant forever on February 15th of 2026. Crechales Café opened back in 1956, and most of the staff has been with the restaurant for a long time. Crechales Café is located in Jackson, Mississippi at 3107 US 80, which is about 2 hours, 48 minutes, and 187 miles away from the New Orleans French Quarter. My last visit to Crechales Café was when I was still a kid, so it's been a long time since I was last here, but I wanted to visit one last time before they closed. So let's go ahead and head on inside here and check this place out, and it is jam-packed full of people. So I'm assuming this is all the first seating of people all jam-packed inside of here, and then there's a whole lot of people waiting inside and outside to get in for the next seating. I also noticed they were really slow about cleaning up tables after people had finished, so that also kind of caused a bit of a backlog for quite a while as well. And then they were selling out of everything also. They specialize in steak and seafood here, as you might guess from their signs. So this is certainly a very interesting spot. Crechales Café has always been a bit of a quirky dive joint that served nice food, which made it definitely a unique and interesting place to dine. And it's got the positives and the negatives of being in a dive type environment, and that's part of the reason why they're closing. Is the building is just really hard to maintain at the age it's at. So I finally got seated a little over an hour later, and they have tiny little glasses, and I never got a refill on my iced tea. That's a huge unexcusable error. I don't think the staff's ever had such a pressure test as the huge crowds that they were dealing with during this last hurrah. Let's go ahead and check out this alcohol menu now. So they do have a selection of wines by the glass right here. And then they have white wines, Zinfandel and rosé wines, and red wines and champagne. And then we have our beef menu. So we have prime filet mignon broiled, prime ribeye steak, beef shish kebab, tomatoes, bell pepper, and onions, hamburger steak made with prime ground beef, veal cutlets breaded, spaghetti with meatballs, chicken, half chicken hickory smoked, white meat only, extra $5, broiled chicken livers, and chicken tenders. All of Crechale steaks are prime beef and hand cut daily. Then we have seafood, the assorted seafood platter, which I wanted to get, but they were all sold out of all the good fish of the day options, so couldn't get that. They have flounder broiled or fried, stuffed flounder, fresh Gulf Coast Biloxi snapper broiled or fried, snapperlina, Mississippi homegrown catfish broiled or fried, or trout amidine. They're out of all the fish but catfish, fried jumbo shrimp, fried jumbo stuffed shrimp, shrimp shish kebab, scallops broiled or fried, Louisiana fried legs, fried oysters, 1 dozen, soft shell crabs too, or stuffed crabs. I settled on the fried jumbo stuffed shrimp ultimately. So they start you out with a little salad here, and you don't get a choice of dressing, you get their dressing that they provide already on it, and then they have another little bottle of it on the table. So here we go, the first bite, and it's alright, little tiny little salad. Nice little tomatoes and some iceberg lettuce, and a little bit of other little cut up pieces of veggies in here. So it's a nice little itty bitty refresher salad to get started, and then here we go with the last little bite of the salad. So that went down very quickly, easily, and effortlessly. And now, just like I totally destroyed this little baby salad, go ahead and destroy that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, comment below, let me know what you thought about this salad. And while you're down there, make sure to check out the link to my Patreon account, as I do work for tips, and I appreciate any help with that. Next up was this great big huge pile of the onion ring appetizers, which is a little off-menu item. So these look very similar to some great onion rings I've had in New Orleans before, and taste-wise, they also taste very fantastic and very similar to some New Orleans-style onion rings I've had before. So this is the highlight of my meal. This is the best thing that I ate the entire meal that I'm enjoying right now. So this is certainly the highlight of my experience. I really enjoyed the onion rings. They were a pleasure to eat. Lots of good flavor. Nice good crunch, crunch, crunch on the exterior fried coating. The onion rings had a nice sweet flavor, and everything was cooked exactly the way I would like it. So these onion rings are exactly on par and just as good as any I've ever had in New Orleans. So 2 thumbs up for the awesome onion rings. Very happy with this experience. And actually, I have to thank one of the NOLA Gent viewers that saw me in the restaurant. I might be getting a little too notorious, I don't know. So a big shout out to that NOLA Gent viewer that recommended I get these onion rings. As oh yeah, these were a really fantastic, great experience, and you should get these if you get a chance. All right, we're making some serious progress in destroying this huge pile of onion rings. Definitely, it was a lot of food. Probably much better shared as an appetizer. I'm kind of full now after all of this gigantic serving of onion rings. So just like I totally destroyed these onion rings, go ahead and destroy that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment below. Let me know what you thought about these onion rings. And while you're down there, make sure you check out the link to my Patreon account, as I do work for tips. I appreciate any help with that. Next up are my stuffed shrimp that came with a baked potato and one piece of bread. They gave me 2 pieces of bread, but then grabbed it real quick and gave it to the 2 people next to me and just gave me 1 piece. So this is a pretty darn huge stuffed shrimp. It looks very similar to stuffed shrimp I've had in New Orleans, so I've got high hopes, and it's an okay stuffed shrimp. The flavor is not anywhere close to what I expect from a New Orleans stuffed shrimp. It's way more on the bland side, not quite to what I'm used to in New Orleans. It's not bad, it's just, you know, it's mediocre flavored, very calm and very sedate. Not a whole lot of spicy zing. No spicy zing really that I'm detecting. Pretty darn bland overall. So it's supposed to be stuffed with some crab meat. Really, I don't get a whole lot of crab flavor. It's very neutral flavored. So the breading and fried crust is crunchy, crispy the way I would want it. It is just a very bland batter overall for that experience. And here we go with another one. I'm hoping for a little better flavor, and you know, pretty plain Jane flavored. There's just not a whole lot of seasoning. I don't think they boil the shrimp in any kind of spicy Creole or Cajun seasoning blend. Maybe they baked it. I don't even know if they boiled it. Maybe they baked these and they were just raw. They just kind of crammed everything together and baked it in the oven, or then fried it all together raw. So however they cooked it, I gotta say, there's just not a whole lot of flavor present here. This is one of the blandest stuffed shrimp examples I think I've ever tried. Now, the shrimp are huge. That is a good bonus. The shrimp are definitely very large, so you are getting a very large helping size for each of these shrimp here. Just flavor to my taste buds is sadly pretty darn bland. So I would not get this again. I'm kind of regretting that I didn't get the steak instead. So when they were out of the good fish options on the seafood platter, I probably should have gone with the steak, but I figured, hey, you know, I've always enjoyed every other stuffed shrimp I've had in my life. I probably would enjoy this one, which, well, I can't say that I would want to order this again because it's just completely very plain Jane bland to my taste buds. So I'm certainly used to a different kind of flavor profile than here. So hey, it's Jackson. They probably don't quite spice things up to the level I'm used to, but I don't know. I've definitely been to some crawfish boils in Mississippi where they did spice up the crawfish, but this is not one of those options. So just like I totally destroyed these stuffed shrimp, go ahead and destroy that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment below. Let me know what you thought about these stuffed shrimp. While you're down there, make sure to check out the link to my Patreon account, as I do work for tips, and I appreciate any help with that. Well, here we go with our little roll here. So this is a nice little roll. Actually, I think there's more flavor in the roll than I had in the shrimp. So no butter, though. No butter for my roll. I'm not happy with the lack of butter. And then we have the baked potato here. I ordered butter in it, and there is some butter in here. They give you the choice of butter or sour cream. Why you can't have both, I'm not sure, but here we go with the baked potato taste. And this baked potato could be cooked and baked a while longer to my preference. So it is a little more chewier than I like my baked potatoes. So just like I totally destroyed this meal, go ahead and destroy that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment below, let me know what you thought about this meal, and while you're down there, make sure to check out the link to my Patreon account, as I do it for tips, and I appreciate any help with that. So, the bill arrived, and the total before tip was $54.23 before tip, and I did leave a 20% tip, although it absolutely, totally was not earned. I just felt like it was something I needed to do for my last visit, and I felt sorry for the servers that just looked haggard and worn out, and absolutely were not doing well with the stress test of having such a crowd of people in there, as no time in the past that I'm aware of was Crechales ever as jam-packed and crowded as they have been since they announced that they were closing. And I'm sure they're used to way fewer people, so this is way outside of their experience. So if you're going to visit, make sure you get there well before 4 o'clock to make sure you're part of the first seating. As by the second seating, the servers seem like they're just going to be totally worn out and not really doing their job. I find it inexcusable. I never got a refill on my iced tea, especially when they use such itty-bitty tiny little glasses. So I just did not get value for my meal overall in the service category, the food category, unfortunately. So get the steak and maybe bring your own big glass, I guess. So I hope they have a good last hurrah. And I still tip just because it's probably my last time ever here. So even though they didn't earn it, it was a donation to the people that just were worn out and not used to such crowds. I really wish my last visit could have been a lot better, but it is what it is. So thanks so much to everybody at Crechales Café for all the good years and the good times, which if you reopen another spot, hopefully you get back to a little more calm and peaceful and expected crowd level. It will make the experience all around better for everybody. So if you are planning on making one last visit before they close forever, make sure to get here far before 4 o'clock to make sure you're part of that initial 4 o'clock seating to get the best experience possible. And thanks so much to all of you out there for tuning into the NOLA Gent channel, especially my Patreons. Now, if you would so kindly, go ahead and share this video with any of your friends or contacts that would enjoy it. And then go ahead and look at the little description box underneath this video where you will see links to various cookbooks. And if you click one of those links, it takes you to Amazon, even if you don't need a cookbook, but you go ahead and buy something else you're going to buy anyway. For many of those products, I still a little tiny commission, and that really helps this channel. And then tune in next time for more good food, good times, and good people.
NOLA Gent here, and thanks so much for watching. And just go ahead and destroy this video right here to keep up with the fun.